Hello, everybody. How's it going? Gonna start here in just a second. Everything okay? Uh, Hello. All right. Let's go ahead and I'm just kind of bored this Saturday afternoon, so we're gonna go to the junkyard, see if we can find a junker to fix up. Go ahead and get started. Load times are obnoxious. That's okay. Fill up my vape. Take a sip of my LaCroix. Hashtag not sponsored. Got a black screen. Okay, here we are. Alright, let's find something fun to work on. Back here. Oh, for you. Probably one of those saber flamo things, right? Chieftain. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to work on an actual car. Flamo. Not just one of these ones that are in the game like a licensed car. No, I'm not good with cars in real life. I look like a... Yeah, you're just a craft car there. You're not anything that we can... Oh, wait. Yeah, it's another one. Unlicensed car. Something with a brand name. What are you? Not a brand name. But you. Nope. Maybe out of luck on this journey to the junkyard. May have to leave and come back. Yeah, we'll leave and come back. I want to get something. I've got like Ford and Plymouth and a couple others that Pagani, Lamborghini. I think the Lamborghinis are in. I don't know. I want something with an actual brand name. All right, anytime now. All right, so what do we got? First thing in here is... Nope. Pretty sure you're not. Nope. Okay. Moving on. In there. I'm back here. Nope. Shelby Cobra. That's a modded car, though. Those things have issues with you. Thing down this path? Probably not. But one of those same Tempest Magnums. Another Shelby Cobra. Go figure. If this doesn't work out... I thought I turned off mod supports, because like this one you can't even get tires for. So there's no point. Alright, so this one didn't work out. Let's go ahead and go to a car auction and see what they've got on auction. We're going to be taking apart everything anyway, so... Actually, before I do that, I should sell all the junk that's in my inventory. There's a lot of it. Probably one of the reasons the load times are so long right now. It's going to freeze for a second. There we go. Okay. Thought it was going to sell everything, but apparently it doesn't sell packaged parts. So we have to do that manually, looks like. That's okay. One of these times we'll do some barn finds and start figuring out those barn locations. Yeah, everything else should be 100%. So, okay. Fine and dandy. Let's go to a car auction. See what they got there. We haven't found much at the junkyards. Ford Mustang Mach 1. Ooh, that's a nice car. I'm definitely going to... I'm going to go for the Mach 1. Go for the Barracuda. We'll go for the Mustang GT if that's not a mod car. A lot of these are mod cars, so we'll steer clear of those, but go ahead and we'll get the DLC cars. Oh, come on. How much is the car worth? Its value is 52,000, so we're almost there. Or we're going to go well above it. Fine! Okay. Put that one in the garage. That's the one we're going to work on today. And next car. Car. Show me them DLC cars. You know what? We'll go ahead and get the truck. I may work on that. If I feel like doing another car, I may do that one in next. That one was easy. We'll pop that in our parking. Stupid, adorable cat. Okay. The cat's rolling around on his back right now. Two cats, and one of them refuses to lay on their back. All right, we got a Plymouth Barracuda here. Let's go ahead and bid on that one. This one might take a while to get because the value is about 60,000, and we're starting about 20,000. Come on, let me buy the car. Longest auction ever. We're out 10,000 over. Finally. Parking. What else we got? Modded cars, so we'll skip that because had a lot of issues with the modded cars. Also a modded car, although one of my favorite cars ever, 58 Chevy, or 57 Chevy. Stock cars. Fairly certain the next two are mod cars. Yeah, those are both mod cars. So, okay. Well, let's go ahead and work on the Mustang Mach 1 that we got. Nice looking car. Ooh, having some lag here. What's going on with that? Come on. Alright, let's go ahead and move it over to the lifter. Let's put it right in the middle. So first thing we're going to do, we are going to take off all of the parts. I mean, it looks like it's in pretty good condition, so probably not a whole lot of repairs that need to be done there, but I want to get it to 100%, so that's what we're going to do. Any fenders or anything else? Take off the license plates, I guess. I always forget to put the license plates back on, though, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, engine's in bad shape. Car itself looks fine. So, and lift her on up. We'll start with the rear suspension and work our way forward. So now I gotta take off, oh, it's the U-bolts first and then the bracket. So Rusty, the bracket's just hanging on there. No. Because physics is not really a thing in this game. Especially when you're driving, because the driving physics are terrible. So, shock absorbers. Might as well just go ahead and take that one off too. Yeah, there's nothing else that we can do from this. Let's go ahead and just take out the fuel pump and the fuel tank, though. Okay. Alright, knuckle housing. Take off all the stuff for the leaf spring. Alright, we're gonna have to remove the drive shaft now too, to remove the axle or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not... Yeah, it's an axle. Okay. I don't know a whole hell of a lot about cars, but this game is teaching me a decent amount. Alright, and then I know to get the motor out of here, we'll have to remove part of the gearbox. We might as well just remove the whole gearbox and the gears before we remove the motor. Come on. Okay, that's only from the engine bay, so we'll go and remove the other two tires and the rest of the suspension. Come on. One thing that I hate about cars the most, and I've had one break on me, is the friggin' tie rods. As the worst thing, well, probably not the worst thing, but really awful thing to have happen to you when you're driving. Particularly right as you're leaving work, like what happened to me. I hit a pothole and it just snapped it in half. So I had a lot of fun with that, but... I've been trying to do more with my car, like, repair-wise, ever since starting to play these games, because, again, it's teaching you a little bit about how these things are put together. I know it's not, like, super accurate, and there's a lot more parts and screws and everything else that goes along with them, but... You know, I don't want to have to take my car to a shop unless I have to. And so this has been a good teaching tool for that, I suppose. Alright, so just about done with the suspension, then we can pop the motor out. And we'll get that all taken apart too. And that's the most tedious part, I think, is taking the engine apart. So all the... oh god, I can't even remember what they're called, but they're little rods that go up and down the rocker arms and rocker rods and whatever. Okay, suspension is taken care of. Let's go ahead and lower her back down. And we'll take out the radiator, take out the battery, and the brake servo. And while we're over here, we'll just go ahead and swap batteries. Get one charged up there. Alright, engine crane. Move to car lifter B. Engine is out. Let's go ahead and pop it over here on our stand. And I guess we'll just kind of work our way down. See those, the valve push rods. They're so tedious on this game. They weren't too bad like on 2015, but when they made this game, they made it for console first instead of PC, and they made it much more frustrating to remove those rods and like the rocker arms and stuff. Ah, it's not where I wanted to go. Flip. The distributor taken out of there. Alright. We'll go ahead and get the timing taken out of here. Whoop. That all the way. Be done anyway. Alternator. Also had my alternator fail on me. I had a Grand Prix and my alternator failed on me 3 times. I had to have it replaced 3 times. That car, I loved that car, but that car was a lemon. Alright, let's go ahead and start this tedious part of it. I hate the fact that it zooms you out after you take a piece off. Because then, like, I could just easily move my mouse up and grab it. But instead, it moves it. And I haven't found a setting to turn that off. That is okay. Get those spark plugs out of there. Then we can remove the engine head. No, can't do that until we remove the exhaust. Oh, what's still in the way? Oh, the intake manifold. Okay. And now we rinse and repeat on this side. I guess we'll start by taking off the exhaust manifold. We'll work our way from the bottom up this time. Putting them back in is just as tedious, so we'll have a fun time there. Okay, so at this point, we need to turn the engine over and work on that side. Probably should have drained the oil first, but it hasn't given me any prompts, so who cares? Alright. Of all these rod caps. Probably could remove the pistons while I'm doing this too. Might make it go a little smoother. That way, once these are out, we can just remove the crankshaft, and then we'll remove the camshaft. Then the engine block should be free, and we can start repairing stuff. Beautiful. All right. So here comes the loud part. Oh, maybe not as loud as it. Also, the really laggy part. We've had a few failures here, but that's okay. What I find funny is when you have like a part that's like 80% and then you fail and it drops it to like 1%. And like there's no coming back from it. All right. So we've repaired all that we can repair. Let's go ahead and start putting the engine back together. Engine block looks good. Camshaft's good. How's crankshaft? Good as well. Okay, so pistons. So I don't want to use these. We're just going to go with the standard pistons, because I'm going to sell this when it's done. No. And I suppose it really doesn't matter, but looks like I may have already put one in anyway. Whoops. Yeah, who knows? Come on. Oh, I might have to put one of those in. It's fine. For the last three, we'll put in the performance parts. Why not? Okay. Should have plenty of rod caps that are good, so no big deal there. I try to keep a stock of parts that are used in like every car. That way I don't have to go into my little buying system every 2 seconds. But I know once we get to the later stuff, like the timing and the gearbox, pretty much have to do that. Okay, so I can put the oil pan back on. We'll have to buy a new oil filter for this too. So it's a V8 overhead valve. So main shop. Alright, pretty much everything on the bottom is done. We'll put the gearbox back together once it's on the car. Okay. So we probably need a whole bunch of... if I can spell it correctly. Just in case. Flips back on. Push rods. Gotta figure out, though, what color I'm gonna paint the car. Because the last time I did one of these, I think I painted it red and black. I don't know if we want it to, like, match the engine and go with kind of that lighter blue. Might be cool. I'm sure we'll have plenty of liveries to choose from as well. Okay. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So we need some rocker arms. Go ahead and buy 40 of those. carburetor. Carburetor's good. That's good. So it's the V8 OHVJ. So we might as well get everything we need here. Okay. So we do still need to put on the exhaust manifold. Hopefully we still have enough regular spark plugs. If not, we may have to put a couple of the performance ones in. In fact, yeah, we're going to need several spark plugs. Again, we'll probably just buy about 40 of those. And I'm just going to willy-nilly put them in. I don't care whether they're performance or not. One of these days I'll do another performance car, but until then, I don't care if I have those parts or not. We need new wires. I think they're just the V8 wires. I don't think they're anything special with those. Yeah, just regular V8. Okay. Now to work on the timing. Okay. That's probably not what I needed either, because that's a cam gear. Cam gear. And timing chain, probably need another one of those. Timing cover, God. Get a new arm for it. We have something that holds the alternator. How bad's the alternator? Alternator's good. Okay. Water pump's good. The water pump pulley. Okay. Probably should have known that since it's on the water pump. So we need the serpentine belts for it. I don't know which ones we need, so I'm just gonna buy all of them. Never have too many belts. Okay, the engine has been rebuilt. Let's go ahead and remove it from the crate. Go ahead and install that in there. Back where you came from. Okay. So we need to put in the battery that we had charged. How's the radiator? Radiator's good. Then the brake servo, also good. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and reassemble the gearbox. Probably need a whole lot of things for the gear. We shall see. Maybe not. So we need the V80HV exhaust. We have the manifolds. Don't know which one. I guess we need all of them, probably, maybe? I don't know. Probably don't. Oh, come on. I chose the wrong one. Middle muffler. Hopefully it's not that branded Mustang one. Not cool. Alright, fuel tank. So we need a new fuel tank and probably a new fuel pump. Oh, I've got plenty of fuel pumps. Okay. Alright, so we need to take... I suppose we really don't need to take apart the... absorbers, shock absorbers, but... I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the double wishbone for the front, and then... I suppose let's find out. I mean... Go ahead and start putting the suspension back together. You know, with a lot of these parts, they're like, oh yeah, you just combine them when you're putting them in. For this one, they make you put in the rubber bushings on their own. So I don't know why they didn't just add that into that feature, but it is what it is, I suppose. See, like right here, you just combine them, and boom, they're in. So, who knows? That's okay. So it is a double wishbone shock absorber, which is what I thought. So let's go ahead and create 2 of those. Our spring puller. Okay. And then the tires will be the last thing that we put on. Okay. tie rods. Shock absorber we just created. Front end link. Ooh, a new one of those. And we're just going to buy a bunch of those because those are used quite a bit. Okay. All right, front suspension's done. We'll go ahead and take care of the rear suspension now. Put the drive shaft back in. Hopefully, yep, both of the leaf springs turned out well, so that's good. So rear shock absorber B is what I need. All right. Oh, we're getting close to the end of this one, so that's nice. Tires are pretty much the worst part we have left. And then we'll have to figure out what kind of tires we want on there. We need new brake drums. We have a pretty good stock of those, but we must have run out. That side's done. But this side. Am I running out of rubber bushings? Surprising. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of those. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. With how much those are used, good to have a stock of them. Okay. All that's left now is the tires, and then we fix up the exterior and interior of the car. We're good. So, we'll separate out the tires that we have. We'll see if we can fix up the rims. Okay, so what size were those? Because I heard one of them fail. Mustang Mach 1 15-inch rims. And then we've got to buy tires, so what I wanted to hit. 245 60 R15. I will never remember that, so write that down. 45 60 R15. Now we got to decide what kind of tires we want. I think the race tires, the sport tires, and obviously like the vintage race tires would look good on there. So these are the ones that are on there currently. Yeah, let's go with these. I like those. It was 245, I think. 245. And then 60s. $3,460 for 4 tires. That is nuts. All right. Let's go ahead and we will put the tires together and then balance them. We'll put another one together while we wait for that to balance. Suppose while we're doing that, let's go ahead and put oil in the engine. That's good. Okay. Tires balanced now. All right. Tires are on. That looks pretty snazzy. Let's go ahead and assemble what we can here. Yeah, so far everything's like 100%, so it's pretty good. I guess I didn't take off the front windshield, but I mean it looks fine, so. But let's go ahead and disassemble it just to be sure. It's at 100. That's at 100. I do wish they had more alternate parts for the DLC cars, though. Like, it'd be nice if I could change, you know, like the fenders and the mirrors and the taillights and headlights and stuff, but... Okay, so we do need to get some license plates as well put on here. So, obviously this is an American-made car, but I don't know what state to put it in. Well, I'm from Nebraska. Let's just do Nebraska. Why do I have Portuguese license plates? Alright, so last thing that we need to do before we test the car, make sure everything works, is get it painted. I don't know what color to go with, but I'm thinking that blue that was pretty close to was in the engine. I think that's pretty close right there. Chrome? Okay. Wow. We're gonna go with the pearlescent. I think that looks nice. And then liveries. Blue and white looks pretty nice. I may do that. Blue and white. Looks good to me. Take it into the test track, make sure everything's good there. Guess we didn't take apart the interior, but I suppose I'm not too worried about the interior. Well, the mirrors don't work. I mean, the mirrors should definitely work. They've had working mirrors in games for, what, over a decade now. Everything's good there. Let's go ahead and move that to the dyno. And we'll give that a test. Let's forget where that's at. Ah, it's in here. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and move it to the garage entrance. We'll take one final look at it and see how much it sells for. Yeah, it's a pretty close color matching with the engine there. So cool, cool. Pop open the trunk, too. All right. I don't remember how much we bought it for, but I think we spent like 60,000. It's worth 85,000 now, and we get a bonus of 16,000. And everything's 100. So cool, cool. Go ahead and sell that. I'm gonna be leaving for dinner here in just a little bit, so probably only gonna do the one car for now. I may do another one later. Let's go ahead and let's just take a look at the cars that we have in our parking now. And probably sell the ones that I've already fixed up, because I have no reason to keep them around. Hi, kitty. Okay. Oh, I got rid of the Isetta DLC, and so it's like, hey, there's a problem. So we have this car that we can work on at some point. This is a major junker there. This one here, Salem Spectre. I think you're a Salem as well. No, you're a Chieftain. This one we've already done. Don't really have any reason. Interior. Oh, I didn't do the interior. I don't care. We can't sell it from here, so I'm not going to worry about it. Lincoln Continental. Seen in Men in Black. This is definitely a mod car. This is also a mod car, if I'm not mistaken. It still needs to be worked on, looks like, too. Mercury 49. This one we need to work on yet, too. Chieftain Bandit. Again, I can't do much with this one because of how thin the tires are, but maybe we'll give that one another try sometime. Shelby Cobra that needs to be fixed up. Bolt Athena. Got this Ford that needs to be worked on. Engine doesn't look too bad. That looks like a fun engine to work on, too. What do we got here? Plymouth Barracuda. Pretty much the suspension and engine probably aren't that great. Yeah. But yeah, looks like we got Bolt Atlanta, not Athena. Looks like we got plenty of stuff that we can still work on and try to get this all cleared out. And are you 100%? No. Interior is still bad. Let's go ahead and let's just let's do the interior for that one and sell it. Why not? Get it out of our garage. And maybe before I get off, maybe we'll check some barn find locations and see if there's anything fun in there to work on. It says the interior is bad. I mean, the seats and steering wheel I think are all good. I think we just need to get the interior detailing kit and just detail the interior. It's on the other side. Use. Okay. Yeah, everything's 100% now. We'll go ahead and we'll sell that one. And sure, let's go ahead and we'll look through a barn. And actually, probably should sell any parts below at 99%. Still got a lot of random crap, but all right, the barn is way out over here. Oh, I see a couple cars back here. Bolt Reptilia, Salem Flamo, nothing too fancy there. Yep. That one wasn't worth it. Let's go. Let's go until we find something. Let's go until we find something in a barn. At some point I should probably do the actual like story mode of this game too, but I don't know. I like being able to just grab a car and fix it and not have to worry about upgrades and else. I think that part of it's tedious. We're actually like taking apart the cars and working on them and selling them is fun. All right, we're in a barn. Search for parts, but there's no point. Another Reptilia. What do we got here? Another Reptilia. And we've already got one of those to work on, so won't worry too much about that. We'll do two more. If I don't find anything good by that point, we won't worry about it. I've put both of those barn locations on the map. Do this. Maybe. Oh, that texture though. Doesn't that look great? Maybe I just have mirrors turned off? I don't know. Here, Bolt Reptilia and Chieftain. So again, no dice. Because those cars are everywhere in this game. If you want one of those, you can go to an auction, go to the junkyard and find one. I want something special, damn it. Oh, excuse you. Nope. We've already got one of those to work on as well. Sometimes the barns are bigger than they initially look, so you kind of got to walk around. But yeah, there's no dice on that one either, so that is okay. I still have no idea what the car salon is. Let's see if we can figure that out real. Okay, so they sell like brand new cars. What's the point of that in this game? What is the point of buying perfect cars? I mean, this is an electric car, so might be interesting to take apart and fool around with, but yeah, I just don't see the point, although yeah. Yeah, I really.
No, no, no!
What did she do? She just unleashed tar slimes? Again?
I accidentally hit the button against my desk.
So, my wife is playing Slime Rancher, and this is like the fourth time she's unleashed a wave of tar slimes on her farm.
Desk's fault.
She's blaming her desk, but don't believe her.
God. I didn't get them all.
As you can hear, she's freaking out heavily in the background.
I...
She says she's fine, but she's not fine. Yeah, so I think we've covered what we're going to do right now. I'll be playing games probably later tonight and streaming, so maybe we'll work on some more cars. Maybe I'll be playing a completely different game. Who knows? But until then, thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great day.